Hi there, welcome back to American Lingo Academy. I'm Fiona, and today we're going to learn another set of super useful phrasal verbs that native English speakers use all the time in everyday conversation. These are expressions you'll hear at work, at home, with friends, and pretty much everywhere. And the best part is, once you understand them, your English will sound so much more natural and fluent. So let's jump right in and make your English even better today. Number 1, fire up. This phrasal verb means to start something or to turn something on, especially when we're talking about machines, equipment, or technology. It's kind of like lighting a fire to get something going. We use this a lot with computers, grills, cars, and any kind of equipment that needs to be started. It has this feeling of energy and getting ready to do something. You can also use it to talk about making someone excited or enthusiastic about something. For example, imagine it's a beautiful Saturday morning and you want to make breakfast outside. You walk out to your backyard with some burgers and hot dogs. You say to your family, "Let me fire up the grill and we can have a nice barbecue for lunch." This means you're going to start the grill, turn it on, and get it ready for cooking. It's such a common way to say you're starting up your outdoor grill. Here's another one. Let's say you're at work and you need to show your colleague a presentation you've been working on. You sit down at your desk and say, "Give me just a second to fire up my computer, and then I'll show you what I've been working on." In this case, fire up means to turn on or start your computer. It's a very casual and natural way to say you're starting up your technology. People use this all the time in offices and at home. Number 2, firm up. This phrasal verb means to make something more definite, more certain, or more solid. When we firm something up, we're taking plans or ideas that are maybe a little bit loose or uncertain, and we're making them concrete and final. It's like taking something soft and making it harder and more stable. We use this a lot when we're talking about plans, arrangements, details, or agreements that need to be finalized. For example, imagine you and your friends have been talking about taking a trip together for weeks. You've been saying things like, "Maybe we'll go in June," or "We should probably book a hotel." But nothing is decided yet. Finally, one of your friends says, "Okay. We really need to firm up our plans for this vacation. Let's decide on the exact dates and book our flights today." This means you need to make your plans definite and final, not just keep them as vague ideas. Here's another one. Think about a situation at work where your boss asked you to organize a meeting with a client. You sent an email suggesting next Tuesday at 2 o'clock, and the client replied saying that time works for them. You go back to your boss and say, "I've firmed up the meeting with the client. It's definitely happening next Tuesday at 2. This means you've made the arrangement certain and confirmed. It's not just a possibility anymore, it's a solid plan that everyone has agreed to. Number 3, fish for. This phrasal verb means to try to get something from someone in an indirect way, especially information or compliments. When you fish for something, you're not asking directly. Instead, you're hinting or saying things that will hopefully make the other person give you what you want. It's like when you're fishing in a lake, you don't just grab the fish, you put out bait and wait for them to come to you. It often has a slightly negative feeling because it's not completely honest or direct. For example, imagine your coworker just got a new haircut and she keeps touching her hair and looking at you, waiting for you to say something. She says things like, "I just came from the hair salon and I tried something different today." She's not asking you directly if you like her hair, but she clearly wants you to notice and compliment her. Later, you tell another coworker she was totally fishing for compliments about her new haircut. This means she was trying to get you to compliment her without directly asking for it. Here's another one. Let's say you have a friend who really wants to know if you're planning a surprise party for her birthday. She can't ask you directly because that would ruin the surprise if there is one. So instead, she says things like, "I wonder what I'll do for my birthday this year, and it would be so fun if all my friends got together." You realize she's trying to get information from you, so you tell your other friend. She keeps fishing for information about her birthday. "I think she suspects we're planning something." This means she's trying to get hints or clues without asking the question directly. Number 4, fish out. This phrasal verb means to pull something out or remove something from somewhere, especially from water or from inside something like a bag or pocket. The image here is like fishing, where you pull a fish out of the water. We use this when we're searching for something and then pulling it out, often with a little bit of effort. It can be literal, like taking something out of water, or more figurative, like pulling something out of your purse. For example, imagine you're sitting by a lake with some kids and one of them accidentally drops their favorite toy boat into the water. The boat is floating just a little bit out of reach. You find a long stick, lean over carefully, and manage to pull the toy back to shore. The child's parent says to you, "Thank you so much for fishing out that toy. He would have been so upset if we lost it." This means you pulled it out of the water and rescued it. Here's another one. Think about a time when you're at a store checkout and you need to pay for your groceries. You reach into your purse or wallet looking for your credit card, but your bag is really full of stuff like keys, receipts, lip balm, and other random things. You're digging around trying to find your card while the cashier waits. Finally, you find it and say, "Sorry about that. Let me just fish out my credit card from all this mess." This means you're pulling out or retrieving your card from inside your bag, where it was buried under other things. Number 5, fit in. This phrasal verb has two main meanings. First, it can mean to belong to a group socially or to be accepted by other people. When you fit in, people like you and you feel comfortable with them. Second, it can mean to find time for something in your schedule, to squeeze something into your busy day. Both meanings are super common in everyday English, and you'll hear this expression all the time. For example, let's talk about the social meaning first. Imagine a teenage girl just started at a new high school. She doesn't know anyone yet, and she's worried about making friends. After a few weeks, she starts sitting with a nice group of students at lunch, and they invite her to hang out after school. She calls her mom and says, "I was really nervous at first, but I think I'm starting to fit in here. I've made some good friends." This means she's becoming part of the social group and feeling accepted and comfortable. Here's another one, using the time management meaning. Let's say you've been wanting to start exercising, but your schedule is absolutely packed with work, family responsibilities, and other commitments. Your friend suggests going to the gym together. You check your calendar and realize you could go in the morning before work starts. You tell your friend, "I think I can fit in a workout 3 mornings a week before I go to the office." This means you can find time for it. You can squeeze it into your schedule even though you're busy. If you're enjoying this lesson and learning these useful phrasal verbs, please take a quick second to hit that like button and subscribe to our channel. It really helps us create more free English lessons for you. We upload new videos every single day to help you improve your English, so subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss a lesson. Okay, let's continue learning. Number 6, fit in with. This phrasal verb means to be compatible with something or to match with other things, ideas, or plans. When something fits in with something else, they work well together or they're consistent with each other. We often use this when we're talking about plans, ideas, schedules, or values. It's about things going together nicely and being in harmony with each other. For example, imagine you're planning a family vacation and different people have different ideas about what to do. Your kids want to go to the beach, your spouse wants to visit some museums, and you want to have time to relax and read. You're trying to find a destination that makes everyone happy. You suggest going to a coastal city that has both beaches and cultural attractions. You explain to your family, "I think this location would fit in with everyone's wishes because we can spend mornings at the beach and afternoons exploring the city." This means this choice is compatible with and satisfies everyone's different preferences. Here's another one. Let's say you're at work and your company has certain values they really care about, like teamwork, honesty, and customer service. You've been working on a new project and you need to present your ideas to your boss. You've designed your project to emphasize these same values that the company believes in. During your presentation, you explain, I believe this approach really fits in with our company's core values of putting customers first and working as a team. This means your idea is consistent with and matches the company's beliefs and principles. Number 7, fit into. This phrasal verb means to be the right size or shape for a space, or to be able to be placed inside something. It's about physical space and whether something can go inside something else. We use this all the time when we're talking about clothes, furniture, parking spaces, or any situation where we need to know if something will physically work in a particular space. For example, imagine you just bought a beautiful new couch for your living room. It's exactly the style you wanted and the price was great. But now you're worried because your living room isn't very big and you're not sure if the couch is going to work. The delivery people bring it to your house and you hold your breath as they bring it through the door. Luckily, when they place it against the wall, it looks perfect. You're so relieved and you say, "I was really worried, but it fits into the space perfectly." It's not too big at all. This means the couch is the right size for the room and works well in that space. Here's another one. Let's talk about a really common situation that happens to a lot of people. Imagine you've gained a little bit of weight recently, maybe 5 or 10 pounds. You go to your closet to get dressed for an important event and you want to wear your favorite pair of jeans. But when you try to put them on, they're really tight and uncomfortable. You can barely button them. You look in the mirror and realize they don't look good anymore. You tell your friend later, "I'm so frustrated. I can't fit into my jeans anymore. I really need to start exercising." This means the jeans are too small for you now and you can't wear them comfortably. Number 8, fit out. This phrasal verb means to provide a place with all the necessary furniture, equipment, or supplies it needs to function properly. When you fit out a space, you're equipping it with everything necessary. This is often used when talking about offices, shops, boats, or any space that needs to be prepared and furnished for its purpose. It's about making a space complete and ready to use. For example, imagine someone in your family is starting a new business. They've rented an empty office space, but it's completely bare, just 4 walls and a floor. There's no furniture, no computers, no supplies, nothing at all. Over the next few weeks, they work really hard to get everything ready. They buy desks, chairs, computers, printers, and all the office supplies they'll need. Finally, everything is in place and the office looks professional and ready. They take a photo and post it online saying, "We finally fit out our new office and we're ready to open for business next week." This means they've equipped and furnished the office with everything needed to operate. Here's another one. Think about someone who just bought their very first restaurant. The previous owner took absolutely everything with them when they left, so the restaurant is just an empty building with a kitchen that has no equipment. The new owner needs to buy everything from scratch, like ovens, refrigerators, tables, chairs, plates, glasses, and all the cooking equipment. After months of hard work and a lot of money spent, the restaurant is finally ready. The owner tells a friend, "It took longer than I expected and cost more than I planned, but we finally fit out the entire restaurant. We're opening this Friday." This means they've fully equipped the restaurant with all necessary items. Number 9, fit out with. This phrasal verb is very similar to fit out, but it's more specific. When you fit out something with something, you're equipping it with particular items or features. We use this to talk about what specific things you're providing or installing. It emphasizes the particular equipment or features that are being added to make the space or thing complete and functional. For example, imagine a company is getting ready to send some of their employees to work in a remote location for several months. They're going to live in temporary housing that the company is providing. The company wants to make sure the employees are comfortable and have everything they need, so they're preparing the housing carefully. The HR manager sends an email to the employees explaining, "We're fitting out the temporary housing with comfortable furniture, high-speed internet, a full kitchen, and entertainment systems so you'll feel at home while you're working there." This means they're specifically equipping the housing with these particular items to make it comfortable. Here's another one. Let's say you're watching a home improvement show on TV where they're renovating someone's garage to turn it into a home gym. The space starts as just a plain garage with concrete floors and bare walls. The design team completely transforms it over several weeks. At the end of the show, the host does the big reveal and says to the homeowner, "We've fit out your new gym with state-of-the-art exercise equipment, rubber flooring, mirrors on the walls, and a sound system so you can work out to your favorite music." This means they've equipped the gym with these specific features and items to make it a fully functional workout space. Number 10, fit up. This phrasal verb means to frame someone for a crime they didn't commit, to make it look like someone is guilty when they're actually innocent. This is definitely a more serious expression, and it's often used in contexts involving crime, police, or legal situations. When someone is fit up, false evidence is created or arranged to make them appear guilty. It's a really dishonest and unfair thing to do to someone. For example, imagine there's a story in the news about a man who spent 10 years in prison for a robbery he didn't commit. New evidence has just been discovered that proves he was actually in a different city when the robbery happened. It turns out that the real criminal planted evidence and lied to police to make it look like this innocent man did it. When the man is finally released from prison, he gives an interview to reporters and says, "I always knew I was innocent. I was fit up by someone who wanted to avoid getting caught themselves. I lost 10 years of my life for a crime I didn't do." This means someone deliberately framed him and made it appear that he was guilty. Here's another one. Let's say you're watching a crime drama on TV. In the show, there's a corrupt police officer who doesn't like one of his colleagues. The good officer is getting close to discovering that the corrupt officer has been taking bribes. To protect himself, the corrupt officer decides to get rid of his colleague. He plants stolen money in the good officer's locker and then reports it to their supervisor. The good officer gets arrested and loses his job. Later in the episode, the truth comes out and another character says, he was completely innocent. He was fit up by his corrupt colleague who wanted to destroy his career. This means he was framed with false evidence to make him look guilty of something he didn't do. All right, everyone, those are 10 really useful phrasal verbs that you'll hear native English speakers using all the time. Let's do a quick review of what we learned today. We learned fire up, which means to start something or turn something on, like firing up a grill or a computer. We learned firm up, which means to make plans or arrangements definite and certain. We learned fish for, which means trying to get something indirectly, especially compliments or information. We learned fish out, which means to pull something out or remove it from somewhere. We learned fit in, which means to belong socially or to find time in your schedule. We learned fit in with, which means to be compatible with something or match with other things. We learned fit into, which means to be the right size for a space. We learned fit out, which means to equip a place with necessary furniture and equipment. We learned fit out with, which means to equip something with specific items or features. And finally, we learned fit up, which means to frame someone for a crime they didn't commit. I really hope this lesson helped you understand these phrasal verbs better and that you feel more confident using them in your own English conversations. Remember, the best way to learn these expressions is to practice using them. Try to use one or two of these phrasal verbs this week in your own conversations or writing. The more you use them, the more natural they'll become. Thank you so much for watching today's lesson. If you found this helpful, please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel. We upload new videos every single day with more English lessons, vocabulary, phrasal verbs, and pronunciation tips to help you become a more confident English speaker. Don't forget to turn on your notifications so you'll know exactly when we post new content. I'll see you in the next video where we'll learn even more useful English expressions together. Until then, keep practicing, keep learning, and remember that every day you're getting better at English. Take care and bye for now.